This is Kerry Seller with MMA UK and then the Girls Corner, and I am here with Andre Miller, and we are going to be talking about his upcoming fight for ACC 21. Andre, how are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. You have a big fight coming up for Aggressive Combat Championships 21. That's September 21st at Westchester County Center. How excited are you? You fought for them before. You fought under lights like that already. How excited are you for this fight back?
I'm very excited to fight back in this promotion again. I feel very good. I feel so excited. My first time was all right. I'm primarily a boxer, kickboxer, so it was hard for me to find a timing of striking and takedown. But now I feel more comfortable with everything. Now I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Now, you had mentioned before you're a Muay Thai fighter, so you fought in some pretty different kind of venues. So, what is it like fighting in an arena? This is a very prestigious arena as well, so it's got to be a great experience coming from your end of it.
Oh yeah, it's a very good experience. This is a very clean, professional venue. It's such a great energy I feel when I step inside here. It's very good. I really enjoy it.
Now, how did you get into mixed martial arts? I know you started with Muay Thai, but how did you get into the MMA end of it?
When I was younger, I started with Taekwondo first. Then from Taekwondo, I started with boxing. So I always had my striking in my background. I kind of like fell off a couple of years. Once I got into high school, believe it or not, I was like 220. I was walking around 220 when I was from my freshman year to my junior year. And then like I decided like around that time, like, you know what, I want to lose weight. And then I finally saw the UFC during like my high school years, and I was like, oh my god, they putting it all together. So after high school, I started with jiu-jitsu. First, I just went straight into it. I didn't really know too much about it. From there, that's when I met my head coach, Augie Matias. And from there, I just been doing it ever since. I've been with him since I've been 18. Now I'm 28 now. So yeah, so from there, I just took it straight on out from there.
Now, you're also cross training at Black Hole Jiu Jitsu. How did that come about?
Well, so the funny thing is, after me and Mike had, so Mike was my first, no, he was my second opponent. Nobody didn't want to fight him because everybody knew he was a black belt. He owns 4 schools. And my coach came to me. He was just like, "Oh, Andre, they want you to fight this whacker." I'm just like, "Okay." I said yes the first time. My coach was just like,
Yeah.
"He's a higher belt to me." I was just
Yeah.
like, all right, I don't care." So the
Yeah.
second time he asked me, he was just like, "Oh, so they offer you him again?" So I'm just like, "Yeah, let's do it." And we had the matchup. Things didn't went my way. Obviously I got submitted. um, During the match, he kind of like shoved me. Um, After the match, I really didn't think nothing of it during that time because it was just like I was more mad that I got submitted, not that the
Yeah.
actual shove. If I didn't get submitted, then I'm gonna get shoved. That's
Yeah.
just my thing. So after that, I really didn't. My coach, my corner didn't really like that response. So I kind of like just let it go. It kind of like fueled me for my next competition because after that, I kind of like signed up for a traditional competition. So it was the Grappler Industries, and this was in Secaucus in New Jersey. And I remember seeing him there, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my head up, and I'm just gonna go through my match. So my first match, I just went in there, not thinking about nothing. I'm just going in there. I went for a takedown on my opponent, and I don't know how, but he just got me in a triangle. But it was like a triangle where he had triangle lock, but I slightly had my hand blocking his thigh, but somehow he had his hands across my gi and on my lapel. So it was like he was pulling
Mm.
and choking me at the same time. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So it was like 5 minutes in the match, and the whole time he has a triangle. I'm just like, damn, I gotta get out this triangle. And once I got out, it was like almost the end of the round. Um, Game sets, he won. Then after that, Mike came up to me and he kind of like apologized to me about like the whole shoving incident, and I was just like, no, it's all cool, it's all good. Stuff like that happens. It's
Absolutely.
part of the fight. It's part of the fight sport. It happens. And from there, he was just like, oh, I'll help you coach you during your matches. And I was just like, all right, cool. And as he's talking to me, I noticed that he had like Dragon Ball Z cover on his phone. And I was just like, you like Dragon Ball Z? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh man, you cool. And ever since then, I've just been training here ever since. And this September about to make it be a year since that match, and I've just been up ever since.
I was there for that match. So, and actually, I remember everything of that. And when Tommy told me you guys were training together, I thought that was really awesome that you were training with him now. That's so great. It's like I love this sport. Like you can't see that in any other sport, you know. Okay, so you've had a year since that fight. You've done a couple jujitsu matches in between, or just one?
No, I had like a lot. I had like a good 10 after that one. Yeah.
Do you think that's a really good thing for fighters to stay busy between their fights? Because I mean, even pros, you can have a lengthy time off before your next one. So the best way I would say is to stay active is to do competitions. What about you?
Yes, that's also a good idea to do because I was thinking during that time, like, all right, I'm primarily a boxer, but like I am good at jiu-jitsu. So I'm just like, okay, since I can't, like, since that matchup, I'm just thinking, like, it would be a good idea just to go in there and just constantly compete to keep my body active because majority of the sport of MMA is groundwork. So
Yeah.
I got to just focus on this groundwork, and like that's the best idea for anybody is just to stay active. This in jiu-jitsu competitions, just always be active because get your body all warmed up for it from the competition and get the nerves out, get the competition nerves out because I get those sometimes.
Absolutely. Now you're about a week and a half. No, not even. You're 11 days out from the fight. No, 10 days. Holy crap, we're 10 days out. 10 days out from the fight. What does the next 10 days look like for you? The fight camp gets crazy. Fight week gets crazier. So what does the next 10 days about look like in the world of you?
Well, for me, it's more of just watching my diet, watching what I'm eating. Try not to over stress about the fight. Back when I first started fighting, I used to over stress and overthink about, oh my god, I gotta do this right, I gotta eat this right. Now that like I got so much fights under my belt, now I'm just more of this like, all right, not to think about it too much. I already got my diet down pack. Stick to the game plan. Don't over stress things. That's a big no no. And this go to the fight camp easy. Not easy, but just take it step by step and just work on the game plan.
And how do you cut weight efficiently to be able to get in there on point and feeling good on fight day?
Um, I normally will fast the day before, so I will stop eating around 8 p.m. at night, and then just fast the whole way through until it's time for weigh-ins. If I could, I would try like to sweat a little more in the morning. I'll wake up. I'll either go to the gym. I wouldn't like spar or hit mitts. I would just work the treadmill, do some jump ropes, and just sweat. Just keep like a sweater on, some pants on, just sweat it all out. And by the time the weigh-ins come, I'm already on point. Because right now, I really don't have to cut that much because right now I'm 150, 151, and I have
Yeah.
to fight 54. So it's just pretty much just sweating it all out.
Yeah. That's not too bad. That's actually pretty good. I think that there's something to be said for walking around close to your fight weight, or the backwards. But I think there's something to be said for that. It's going to, one, give you an easier fight. You can have more energy. And two, I think there would be a lot less room for error in the way of injuries as well. Um, you said that you had gotten into MMA by when you were watching UFC. Is there any like specific fighters that jump out in your mind that you were like, wow, you know what? I want to be like not the next him, but the next me that like really influenced your career?
Well, there's five, but I'm just gonna break down the three that I like.
Put
Well,
as many as you want.
one. I would say George St. Pierre, because when I first watched him, he was the first person who pretty much just put everything together. He went to a boxing gym, he went to a
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu gym, he went to a kickboxing gym. He just back then he was just more a step ahead of his time. Of just like, all right, if I'm going to do a mixed sport like this, I got to go to specific spots to work on my specific arts. And just from there, I just been like, oh, this is a smart idea. Because back then, like everybody was always one move. Everybody just had that one style. He was just like, all right, I got this one style, but there's more styles that improve on. And from there, I just been like, all right. So I took it from there. He's one of the guys.
Very cool. Where are you looking to take your fight career? I mean, everybody wants to go pro, but I like to ask people, even after that, like outside of fighting and incorporating it, is there like maybe a future in commentary for you, owning a gym, coaching?
I'm was leaning forward more for coaching. Just helping out more. Owning the gym, I'm still working up that way to that. Just developing the mindset to owning. I would love to give back to my community because I'm from Patterson, New Jersey. So in Patterson, they don't really have the knowledge of what MMA is. They do, but it's just like I just want to give back to where I come from because where I come from is just hard to get into MMA.
Yeah.
So it's easy to get into boxing, but like people won't understand. Like, oh, I do jiu-jitsu. Like, what is that? It's karate. Like,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. So I guess in that terms, if it come down along down the line, I'll probably be happy if it's coaching or commentating.
Very cool. Now, if you were, say, to sign a pro contract tomorrow and they gave you the pick of uh, UFC, Bellator, or PFL, which one would you go to?
Hmm. I go to Bellator.
I love it. I love it. Because you know what? So many people will just automatically go UFC. But you know what? When you go to say a Bellator or something like that, even one, they give you can have the option of fighting out of your contract. So you can go to another organization, have a fight, go back. That way you can stay as active as possible.
Yeah, I've been watching MMA for years, and I just study the business of the business side of it. And I'm just watching the UFC for years, and there's certain things that I can't really agree with the UFC, and they stopped doing over the years. That I'm
Yeah.
just like, you know what, that's not cool. But Bellator or any other promotion besides that, they will give you that leeway of this like, all right, this is your contract, but we also not going to do this in your contract.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked Bellator first, because it's just like, UFC been out for years, but it's just certain stuff I just don't like.
No, but you know what? People like you and myself, I feel the same exact way for you. I tell fighters all the time when they interview me and they're like, oh, I can't wait to get to the UFC. And, off camera, I'll be like, maybe you should think about something else because at the end of the day, yeah, oh, shit. Sorry.
That's okay.
Hold on. Where did I go? No. Sorry, I got a notification. I went to go click it and I clicked off. So, okay, back to that. Yeah, no, so many people will ask me, what do you think about that? And off camera, I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, UFC is, when you look at the pinnacle of MMA, right? They're at the top. That's great. But they're also at the top of ruining people's careers. They're at the top of if you're not where they want you to be, you could be gone and your contract could be up or cut, or even they could, like cut your contract, whatever they want to do. So for me, I agree with you. I feel like the business practices, to me, I would definitely rather see a young person go to a Bellator or whatever. But the fact that you have that business sense of it is huge. And people like you, one day could be, head of a commission saying, no, this isn't right. Or, could maybe even invent a commission that goes above the commission where, we hold people accountable that aren't doing the right thing and that are letting things fall through the cracks. And even the biggest promotions that are professional let stuff fall through the cracks all the time. Putting a CM Punk on a UFC card was just grossly ridiculous and irresponsible of them. He's, training for a year is never going to make him, professional. It's just not going to happen. So to me, things like that and the integrity, I get it. I get that.
Yeah, and there's also the UFC need a union, and they won't do it. They
No,
won't do it. But I feel like I've been saying this for years. They just need a fight union. They need
they
like
do.
old people who used to fight back in the day for the UFC to be a union. At least have at least four guys.
Yeah,
Four of the top guys who used to be champions back then form a union now. This look out for the fighter squad, and that's
I
that's
agree.
pretty much how I see it.
I agree. I think that would be a definitely good thing for the future and some definitely much needed freshness in this industry. And if there's any advice you could give to up and coming fighters or even people that are looking at a fight career and don't know if they could do it, what would that advice be?
My advice would be if you're just first starting out in MMA, is the first this say to yourself, all right, this is what I want to do. If you want to take it for a career, make it as a career. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go in there at the end of the day, you're in there by yourself. and you're gonna fight a guy who's gonna be an animal. So the first thing you gotta do is just, prepare yourself mentally and also prepare yourself physically. Because when you step in that cage, it's a whole different story. So, first let's get your mind right. Once you get your mind right, get your body right. Once you get your body right, all right. So now I want to do MMA. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the jiu-jitsu gym. Once I go to the jiu-jitsu gym, all right, I'm gonna get my striking down. Once I get my striking down, and then I'm gonna go to the MMA gym and put it all together. But I also have to be a disciplined person in my mind and also in my heart too. So eating right, make sure I'm not putting nothing that belongs in my body, not in my body, and have a clear mindset of this. Like, this is what I'm gonna do.
I love it. You are so wise beyond your years. I love it. I love it. And you know what? Where can everybody find you, Andre? Because I'm going to be sharing this interview everywhere, and I want to at you so people can find you and follow you and your career.
Okay, my Instagram, well, my Facebook will just be my original name is Andre Miller. My Instagram will be Dre underscore Mills underscore. So that's DAR underscore Mills MILL Z underscore. It used to be McLovin the Dawn, but I kind of had to take myself serious after a while.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
One day it has to happen, Is there anybody out there you want to thank? The floor is yours.
I want to thank my head coach, Augie Matias, because without him, I wouldn't be doing this. I want to thank Mike Wacker for giving me the opportunity to train at his gym. I want to thank my mom for taking care of me and just being on my behind about things in life. Also my grandma too. She also was the catalyst into how I am now, and that's about it.
Andre, thank you so much for taking some time out of your training schedule to speak to me about your upcoming fight for Aggressive Combat Championships 2021 at Westchester County Center, September 21st, coming up in 10 days. And we look forward to seeing you fight night.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Andre. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you at the fights.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.